Everybody always says how useful AI is for students, but no one ever breaks down the step-by-step to enhance your studying routine with AI. Because as helpful as tips and tools can be, you're going to become overwhelmed by them if you don't have the right framework. So, before you go and find the next shining tool or ChatGPT prompt for your study routine, you need to understand the right steps to make your study sessions flow with no effort. In this video, I'll show you a simple 3-step framework to help you ace your exams and essays, together with the prompts and tools you can use to make each step of the way so easy you'll never hate studying again. Now, the problem with ChatGPT for students is that everyone thinks it's all about asking AI to write your essay for you. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. I know you did it, you sneaky beast. But you still have time to reform, because by now, you must have realized the output ChatGPT gives you is super generic. And even if you've been using the right prompts to get more unconventional answers and content, these can't help you with your school exams. That's why what'll show you next is so powerful, because it's not about asking ChatGPT or other AI tools to do stuff for you. It's about using it as your mentor, scheduler, and exam. And the best part is the framework I'll show you doesn't work only if you're at a school or college. If you just want to learn a skill but you have no clue how to do it, you'll find plenty of value here, as long as you follow all the steps to the end, starting with using ChatGPT to create your study guide. Let me tell you the truth. Right now, you're wasting time on your studies. And it's all because you don't know what to focus on. Bottom line is not all topics on a subject are equal. And you need to understand the level of importance each one has to create the optimal study routine. But what ChatGPT has to do with any of it? Well, let me give you an example. You need to study calculus for an exam. That's a tough skill. But if you've taken any exams you noticed, not all topics have the same weight and importance. Some are absolutely crucial as a foundation to understand calculus as a whole, while others appear sparingly on exams. That's where ChatGPT comes in. If you want to study smart, you need to know how much time to allocate on each topic according to its importance. An easy way to do this is to go to ChatGPT and type the following prompt. I need to study for an exam and focus on the main topics that'll give me the best results. Can you give me a study plan based on the most important topics for Calculus 1? Then, the AI will give you the main topics on the subject along with the percentage you should focus on each. Okay, so you know how much you should study on each topic, but now you need to create a study schedule. And here's something cool. Instead of wasting hours trying to fit study blocks into a functional schedule, just ask ChatGPT to create a study schedule to learn all of the info on the outline it gave you in an optimal amount of weeks. Don't forget to include on the prompt what days you can study and for how many hours. Also, this is crucial, but many people overlook it. Ask GPT to include time for revision and testing. And then boom, you have an awesome study schedule tailored to your needs with no effort at all. Now here's the last step before we get to the second part of our framework. Ask ChatGPT to give you the resources you need to learn the subject you're studying. You can use the following prompt for this. Can you make me a list of various learning resources like videos, books, podcasts, and interactive exercises on the topic of derivatives? To make this prompt even more detailed, you can ask GPT to filter by free resources if you don't want to spend any money, or paid ones if you're ready to invest in a course. This prompt is so cool because many times we spend hours and hours looking for the right resources on the internet. And with ChatGPT, you can filter the best for you in a matter of seconds and use all of that time you'd spend researching with actual studying. Okay, now that I showed you how to use ChatGPT to give you everything you need to study, here's the next step. Use GPT to summarize and organize. Taking notes is a time-consuming task as it can basically double the time you need to finish a book, lecture, or video. But what if I told you you can summarize the main points of any book or video in a few seconds? If you want to summarize YouTube videos, you can use a tool like the GLASP extension, where you'll be able to quickly redirect to a ChatGPT summary of any video you're watching. And for books and other content, directly asking GPT for a summary is one of the quickest ways to get a preview on any topic. It's also really helpful if you want to break a topic down into simpler terms. You can use AI to summarize scientific papers and translate them into easier-to-understand language. and it will also be able to do the same for your notes. But the caveat is ChatGPT is not the most reliable source of information. So be sure to actually read the content, not just the summary, to ensure the AI's outputs are accurate. Now, if you still like to take your own notes, ChatGPT is still a game changer. There's lots of stuff you can do with your note on GPT that'll help you write better essays and prepare for exams. For example, you can give your notes to ChatGPT and ask it to detect the most important points in the content. This in turn can help you have a broader understanding of what you wrote. But one of my favorite hacks is to ask ChatGPT to create an outline of your notes so you can use it as the structure of an article. This is so useful because structuring your ideas can be one of the most time-consuming tasks when it comes to writing. And with the right prompt, you can get all your disorganized notes and make them the foundation of a great piece of writing. Just type the following prompt on ChatGPT. Please organize the following notes into a clear and concise outline, highlighting the most important points. Insert your notes and see the magic happen. Now you created your study schedule and you learned how to summarize and organize the notes from your study sessions. But there's one last thing you need to do. Test yourself. Because no matter how much you read and how many videos you watch, your chances of success will plummet if you don't create a study practice that emulates the real exams you'll need to take. One of the most efficient ways to learn almost anything is through active recall. But when preparing for an exam or test, it can be very time-consuming to locate and develop practice questions of the right level of difficulty. And that's why this next tip is so brilliant. So imagine you're getting ready for your next physics exam and you really want to ace it. Because you didn't go so well on the last one, and your mom's been kinda mad about it. Well, here's how you prepare for it. Heat to ChatGPT and use the following prompt. I have an upcoming 9th grade physics quiz I need to practice for. Could you please provide me with 5 multiple-choice questions and 5 long-form questions for me to practice? That's all. ChatGPT will create a thorough test in seconds for you. Just like that, you can generate dozens of tests for you on the spot, adequate to your level of knowledge and what you need to become the smartest person in your class. So this was the 3-step framework to become a study machine. Create your study schedule, summarize your notes, and create exams for you all with the power of ChatGPT. But wait, there's one last thing you need to know before you go. As awesome as this 3-step framework is, if you want to take it even further, you need to become a productivity master. And the best way to do this is to stay on top of the latest AI apps. That's why I made a video about the best AI tools for productivity, so you can get double the stuff done in half the time.